Hey, what is up my fish tank guys and girls? Now, if you've been following the channel, you know that I'm converting this Marineland Portrait 5-gallon aquarium into a saltwater reef tank. Now, I've taken a closer look at things, I've decided what I want to upgrade and modify, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the upgrade to the return pump, what I'm going to be buying, how much it costs, and how much it's going to buy me in terms of gallons per hour. So let's check it out. Okay, so I'm going to keep this video kind of short and sweet. There's not a whole lot to talk about in this arena other than, you know, what pump I'm going with and why I chose it. Now, if you've watched my channel before, you know that I have a Fluval Evo and I did an upgrade in that aquarium to the return pump. And once again, I'm making a similar choice when it comes to the Marineland here. Now, if you take a look, see, here is the original pump. It's kind of small, low profile, very cutesy. Right? And what I'm going to be upgrading to is the Vivo Sun, which is a little bit larger. It's got a little more bulk to it. However, the Vivo Sun fits perfectly in the rear chamber with no rattling, no noise, different things like that. So that is one major concern when upgrading the pump in this tank. That rear chamber is kind of small, so you want to make sure that you have something that will fit and won't create a bunch of extra noise. So I'm going to show you guys some tests that I ran. I did a test on audio. So that would be the sound output of each of these pumps. I didn't want to replace what would be probably a quiet pump with a louder pump. So I'm going to show you that test now. And I'm going to bounce back and forth between the audio of the stock pump and the audio of the Vivo Sun and let you guys decide for yourself, you know, how loud it is and if it would be too loud or too quiet for you. So check that out. Okay, so to me that video is pretty much self-explanatory. I had a small microphone placed down here next to the aquarium. I ran the pump, I recorded the audio, I switched the pumps out, I ran the upgraded pump, I recorded the audio, and you could see the difference. The Vivo Sun, despite having a higher gallons per hour output, actually is quieter than the stock pump. The stock pump had a weird kind of rattle to it, and the Vivo Sun did not. So I was really pleasantly surprised by that and happy because I was going to be a little disappointed at the Vivo Sun if the Vivo Sun was significantly louder than the stock pump. So up next, what is everyone primarily concerned about when it comes to a return pump? It's the sound is a factor. Yes, cost is a factor. I will tell you this Vivo Sun pump runs about 20 bucks. Pretty moderate upgrade, not anything crazy. So those things are factors, but what is the biggest factor of all? The gallons per hour, the output that you're going to get. Now, one thing I did notice here, I'm going to show you guys this. This is the return line, right, from the return pump into the display. Now, if you notice, there are two 90-degree, it actually goes like this, right? There are two 90-degree turns in this pipe. Right? They have two elbows up at the top. Now, this is for ease of access to the return pump. If you want to squeeze some more gallons per hour out of your return pump, you can remove one of these and run this directly into the display tank, and it'll work and you'll get a little more gallons per hour because every elbow, twist, turn, rise in line that you have will decrease the gallons per hour that you'll be getting out of your return pump. So that is one tip. I'm actually going to leave this as is just for ease of access. If I feel that I need to squeeze some more gallons per hour out of the pump, maybe I'll try removing it, but for now I'm going to keep it as is. So as I'm talking here, I'm going to show you guys an actual real-world test that I performed with running both the stock pump and the Vivo Sun into a 1-gallon jug. That is the best way that I know of to calculate how many gallons per hour each pump is actually moving. And the good news is the Vivo Sun is basically going to double your gallons per hour output and flow and turnover through your portrait tank here. So the stock pump, after my calculations, is roughly 55 gallons per hour, and the VivoSun is 100 gallons per hour. Now, being a 5-gallon tank, that means you're looking at a 20 times turnover of your system, which is pretty good. That is a number that you like to shoot for even when you have a larger Reef tanks. So what I'm trying to avoid by upgrading the return pump is adding another power head into the tank. I want this tank to be kind of clean. I don't want a bunch of cords everywhere, and as you guys already know, the volume of this tank is fairly small, so adding another power head in there is just going to kind of muddy up the look of it and kind of get in the way of corals, and then I'm going to have issues with flow and things like that. So I'm going to go with the VivoSun here. As I mentioned, it's 20 bucks. I'm going to have a link in the description below if you guys want to check it out. It's going to be quieter than the stock pump. It's going to double your gallons per hour turnover of your tank in your system as a whole, which is really awesome. And I think for how easy it is to replace, like the return tube here fits directly onto the VivoSun. You don't have to have an adapter or change anything. So I think it's definitely a good upgrade for this tank if you're going to go the saltwater route. Now, hopefully if you're watching these videos along with me, this is something you're considering doing. It might even be going along with me through the process, through the journey, so we can see how this all works out together. So once again, I'm the Fish Tank Guy. Thank you so much for checking out my channel and checking out this video. If you have the Marine Land Portrait 5-gallon tank, I hope you are enjoying it. I hope you're considering doing some of these upgrades. And if you have any suggestions of your own, maybe something you did a little different, or maybe there is a return pump out there that you chose over the VivoSun. I don't think anybody just went to the VivoSun automatically, right? So if there's a pump out there that you use, please let me know in the comments section below. I'd really appreciate it. So yeah, that's all I've got for now. We're going to keep going through this journey. Up next is going to be, I'm going to talk about the lighting upgrade, and then we're going to hopefully get the tank moving, get everything set up. So that's all I've got for today. So until a future Fish Tank Guy video, I will see you guys soon.